Hello everybody, welcome back to the Purple Spider YouTube channel. Today we have yet another unboxing review. This time we're doing a review on the Jurassic World Rebirth Wild Roar Utahraptor figure. This is from the wave 1 of the Wild Roars. I think there's a wave 2 and a 3 coming up, but we just haven't gotten it in stores yet, or at least I haven't found it yet. But this is wave 1 right here. This is actually one of the figures that I've been trying on down the most just because of the colors of this and the fact that they included feathers on here. Like if you look all around the body, there's feathers on here. But we'll take a closer look of the feathers and everything in fine detail once we get it out of the packaging. Alright guys, right off the bat, we have the Utahraptor out of the packaging. Of course, we had to put the tail on right here. Oh, it makes a lot of noise. Okay. The tail is actually feathered. I really do like that a lot. Look at the feathers on the plumage. Really like that because I think that is based on... That's one of the most accurate dinosaurs I think we've gotten from the Jurassic universe, even if it's not canon. But I really do like the feathers right there. I like the feather detail on the rest of the tail and throughout the body right off the bat, and the little stripes of orange right there. I really do enjoy that as well. And if we move down to the foot, they made like the little cutoff of the feathers right here to the scales of the foot. The sad thing is the toenails are not painted. The sickle claw, I think I should keep making noises. The sickle claw is not painted. So we look at that. That is not painted. That is a shame to see that, but it's not something I can't do. So I'm not going to cry about it too much. Same thing on the other foot. The sickle claw is not painted. Neither of the claws are. Even the dew claw is not painted. So it's whatever though, because what this lacks up in paint, it makes up on the claws. It makes up in paint for the rest of the figure and the detail of said figure. Like look at that. That's absolutely beautiful. So if we go towards the front of the body, we have the claws right here. Again, no paint on the claws, but there's nothing we can do about that. We'll fix that later on if we really wanted to. We have what looks like feathers all throughout the arm. The arm does swivel like this much out, so it looks like that. So you can have it like ready to pounce and everything. So the other arm does the same. Oh, actually they go out that much. So you have it like that. So there's the arm articulation right there. See if I can get the arms down without breaking them. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Utahraptor had arms like this. So I think this is pretty accurate to what Utahraptor had arms. Because I like most of the pictures are with the arms like this, when Utahraptor had arms like this. So it's really nice that they added that in there. Then of course you turn around to the other side of the figure. It's basically the same thing. It's, oh, there's a piece of cut plastic right there on the tail. Plumage all throughout. Beautiful, beautiful plumage all throughout. There's these little orange stripes right here. I like that attention to detail. Same thing with the foot on the other side. The claws aren't painted. Whatever. And then if you go towards the articulation on the arm, it has the same articulation. The legs have a snapping articulation thing. Of course, then it stands right off the bat. Then you go down towards the front of the mouth. So take a look at the side of the head. Right off the bat, we have some nice, really cool looking feathers right here. Nice little plumage right there again. The neck, oh, that is part of the action feature. Never mind. We'll get to that in a second. But the neck does seem to swivel, but that is part of the action feature, of course, like I just said. The jaw is black. The eye, it has this nice like little white coating around it. And then it has a nice little black pupil and then a yellow iris. And then if we go around towards the mouth, the tongue, if you look in here, the tongue is actually sculpted. And it's like rough even. The teeth are all individually painted. The gums are painted and glossy. I really like that nice glossy touch to it. The roof of the mouth is actually sculpted in there. Then we get towards the front of the rest of the figure. Stands like that. It's actually really, look at that. Look how beautiful that is. It's a really, really nice figure. I really do like this a lot. There's not really many gripes I can say about it, except for the paint on the claws and the toenails and the dew claws. Like that's the only thing I would say. Everything else is absolutely beautifully sculpted, but it's just these two brown and orange colors. The head actually looks good. I love that they went with black for the head and with the white eye color and everything like that. I really do like that. I really like the feathers on it. It's just the only gripe I gotta say is it's just too brown. It looks really, really just plain Jane from the head down. It's just this orange and brown. And I mean, I like it. It's not horrible, but it's like it could have been way better with coloration there. But anyways, let's go towards the belly of the beast. We have that grotesque, weird-looking cut right there that I absolutely hate.
Boo! You stink!
It is for the sound to come out, so I understand. There's, of course, the area where you switch the watch batteries out. And here is your Jurassic World fact set barcode right there. Scan that to get Utahraptor in your Jurassic World fact set. And then now comes... Okay. He already knows. Now comes the action feature. So we will do... There we go. We'll do it again. I think... So it's about 3... Hold on. I'd say about 3 sounds there, just like the Nasutoceratops. It kind of, at the end of every sound it makes, like it's obviously a raptor, but they didn't want to copy the Velociraptors right off the bat. But it's obviously a raptor, but then they make the, like, the Indominus Rex gurgle / growl at the end, like... Like, I don't know. I like it, but I don't. So, I don't know how to feel about that, but it's a nice figure. So you lift its head up like that. Oh, you can't lift its head down a little bit. So like that. You can twist it like that. Of course, the mouth for some reason doesn't shut when you twist it like this. I apologize. The mouth doesn't shut when you twist it. It only shuts it when it goes up or down. But yeah, you just control it by the tail right here. Just move the tail up and down. And then I think that is about it for this figure. All right, so for comparison, I'm going to bring in a couple of figures here for size comparison and everything. This is the Wild Roar Utahraptor that I reviewed on this channel already. They're about the same size. Now, Utahraptor was, well, actually, the Utahraptor is like a little bit bigger. Now, this is kind of cool to see, even because, I mean, the Utahraptor was, of course, like, big, but Utahraptor was about half the size of the Utahraptor. So Utahraptor actually was the biggest raptor species, dromaeosaur species that is in the fossil record, I'm pretty sure. I'll correct myself if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is actually the biggest raptor species of all time. So it's kind of cool to see the size comparison between the Utahraptor and the raptor. Like if we look right there, like look at that. Turn on the other side. So they're about, now from that edge, the Velociraptor is bigger, but I think that's because of the hunch in the Utahraptor's back. But lengthwise, the Velociraptor, because of the feathers, is a little bit longer. Of course, up front, the horns are giving the Utahraptor a size advantage. But yeah, that's the size comparison for the Utahraptor. Here is the basic Velociraptor from Jurassic World Rebirth from the Vehicle Attack set. There it is next to Utahraptor. Of course, it's pretty accurate because this is Velociraptor, that's Utahraptor. That's how big the size difference would have been. And in real life, the Velociraptor was the size of a chicken, so it would have been even greater size difference. But as far as the Jurassic universe goes, that would be the size difference for a Utahraptor and a Velociraptor. It is absolutely dwarfed by the Utahraptor. There's the front of it right there. You can see the front. Then you turn on the side over here, you can't even see the raptor besides its head. You can barely see it. But yeah, so that's the size difference there. That's with the basic one. Details about the same level, but they added, I guess they didn't really. They added more color, I guess, to the plumage. They added the coloration there on the throat, and then with the Utahraptor, they didn't. Oh, they did do that. Never mind. Oh, that's so cool. Never mind. I take it back. They did do that. And they added the orange right there in the underbelly and the black. So I do like that they included that. So never mind. Okay, we'll put him aside, and then we got the Amber Hammond Collection blue next to the Raptor. Of course, Blue's a little bit big, but that's because she's a figure that you would buy just for her. Actually, you know what? I think they're about... Oh, shit. Alright, I think they're about the same size. I know Blue's a little bit taller, but there you have the size comparison between the two. I mean, if you can't find this one anymore and you want a big raptor, I would go with this Utahraptor right here. I mean, you can always grab a Sharpie or like a black marker and just paint the claws and everything, and you'd have yourself a really big raptor to play with and everything, or to have in your collection if you can't find this guy, because he is a couple years old, or she is a couple years old. But yeah, that's size in between there, and her claws are also painted, so I really do like. But yeah, that's the size comparison between Blue and the Utahraptor. All right, guys, that is going to have to wrap it up for this video. I know it was a quick one today, but I honestly, there's not much to say about this figure. It's just a plain brown, orange, and black raptor. I mean, there's nothing really much to it except the toenails aren't painted. That's the biggest thing. What raptor species and what dromaeosaurs are known for are their sickle claws. And the fact that this head is black means that they had black paint available to them. They just chose not to use it on the claws and the toenails and the sickle claw and the dew claw, which drives me nuts because they had black paint, obviously, that they were using. My honest opinion about this is I know it's on the cheaper side for the figures, but I would honestly go with something else a little bit different than this. If you see all the other Wild Roars along with this one, I'd go with the other ones other than this. He's just a basic raptor figure. The only thing special about him is that he's plumage. And if he didn't have that black head and that white around his eye, he wouldn't stand out to me, and I wouldn't have picked him up because I would have just bypassed him and been like, you guys don't need to get this one. But if anybody out there is a raptor, like a dromaeosaur raptor fan, or they're just a feathered dinosaur fan in general, then he's worth their money. It's just, if you're trying to look for a dinosaur toy and you see all the other ones out there, like the Pseudoceratops or the Maiasaura or all the other ones, the Baryonyx or whatever, I'd pick up those ones instead of this guy, because he's just a plain Jane raptor figure. I mean, his action feature's nice, and that's about it. First, I think, figure that I've reviewed so far on my channel that I have just not really liked. And that's sad to say that, because I love dinosaurs and I love Mattel's work that they've done on their figures, but this one is just lacking in so many ways. But anyways, guys, that'll do it for today. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel and for this video. And I will see you guys in the future. Bye-bye.